All right, next up, with no shortage of hype behind him, Kron Gracie making his UFC debut. He will do so as a minus 330 favorite against the UFC tested and well-traveled Alex Caceres. He comes back plus 265. Shane, who do you like here?
Oh, man, I am so excited to see Kron Gracie come back. Or I'm sorry, Kron Gracie to come to the UFC. For me, this is super, super interesting because this is the first Gracie we've seen in the UFC in a while. Neiman Gracie's over in Bellator, which is great, but I think he was married in. I don't think he's technically like an actual Gracie, so it's really cool to see like a young Gracie coming in. He's debuting on the main card, which I think is really, really big. It's really exciting for him. Fight-wise itself, I think it's really interesting that it's two southpaws. I don't think Kron has a ton of experience fighting other southpaws, unlike Alex Caceres, who has literally 6 times the fight experience that Kron has, and most of Caceres' opponents are, in my opinion, a much higher level than some of the dudes that Kron was fighting. Pick-wise, I think Kron is probably going to win this fight. He does take a lot of damage when he's doing stand-up, and his stand-up is okay. But I think what he's going to do is probably near the end of the first round, he's going to get Alex down, and he's probably going to take him out with a rear naked choke. I think the biggest variable for this fight is going to be Kron adjusting to the new rules. And in Ryzen, they have the 10-minute first round and the 2 5-minute rounds after that. So I think him adjusting to the 3 5-minute rounds is going to be probably his biggest problem.
Ken Flo Caceres, 20th UFC appearance. Pretty remarkable given where he's been at times in this UFC career. Coming off a win that was against Martin Bravo way back in July. Gracie 4-0, hasn't fought professionally in MMA since 2016. What can you tell us about Ice Cream Kron Gracie?
I've actually trained with both of these guys. I trained with Caceres a long time ago when he was just getting started in his MMA career, his UFC career, I should say. So I don't want to make a judgment based on that. He has improved a great deal. And, I think that clearly he's got to keep this on the feet if he wants a chance at beating Kron Gracie. And even then, I think Kron is improving a lot on the feet. I actually saw Kron a few weeks ago right down the street from my house. Actually, he was with Nate Diaz hanging out. So Nate Diaz has been training with him, and Kron is the type of guy, John, who never stops training. This guy has that same mindset as a Nate Diaz, where he's always getting ready for something, whether it's a triathlon or just training nonstop. His training sessions are the real deal Holyfield, for sure. This guy trains like an absolute animal. Kron is always training. He's always ready. He's been working very hard on his striking skills. I think they will be dialed in for this fight. I see Kron Gracie getting the win in around the end of the second round by rear naked choke.
And reports are Nate Diaz will be firmly in the corner of Kron Gracie in Phoenix, Arizona this weekend. All right, got to move, fellas. Featured bout in the strawweight division here. Calvillo, Casey, Cynthia Calvillo, prohibitive favorite, minus 290. Courtney Casey getting a home game here, born and raised in Arizona. She's plus 235. Shane, Calvillo or Casey for you?
With this fight, Courtney Casey definitely has the better stand-up, and I think she has a possibility of pulling it out. But I think Calvillo overall is just gonna destroy her. She's got real dirty boxing. I think she's gonna get in with some striking, clinch her up, take her down, and then just grind it out. I don't think she's going to finish this because Courtney Casey is really tough, but I think Calvillo will probably get this one via decision.
Ken Flo, Courtney Casey, you got to respect the former soccer standouts, right? Played soccer collegiately at the University of Texas, El Paso, if memory serves. Last 3 fights have all gone to split decisions. Last one did go her way. That was against Angela Hill. I like the potential for Casey. I like her frame, but here it's her 10th UFC appearance, Kenny, and I still think she's trying to put it all together,
John, everybody knows soccer players are the toughest athletes walking
Goddamn
this planet right
Goddamn
now.
right.
Okay, we all know that. It's clear. You watch one soccer game and you know that. Listen, I got to say, Casey, I think she hits harder than Calvillo. I don't know if she's the better striker, though. I think she does probably hit harder. I think Calvillo moves a little bit better on the feet. I think she's going to be way better on the ground. The way that she puts it all together, I think Calvillo will get the win in enemy territory.
All right, co-main event. This line has moved a little bit, but our line is Paul Felder, minus 125, slight favorite against James Vick, who is a plus 105 underdog. Felder's been out for a while, had surgery after the split decision loss to Platinum Mike Perry last July. Now he returns against Vic. Vic's won 4 of his last 5, knocked out, though, by Justin Gaethje in what was a main event last August. Good co-main event, high stakes at lightweight. Felder, Vic. Shane, who do you like?
I mean, I got to tell you, I'm going to try not to take too long on this one because I had the most fun breaking this one down. I'm most excited for this fight. It's probably going to be fight of the night. I am a little partial to this because the guy that trains me at my Muay Thai gym used to train Paul Felder, and he cornered him a couple times. But I think if James Vick doesn't work his range and stay on the outside and just use a lot of jabs and a lot of kicks and pressure